Can I tell you my worst bomb? I don't know if this story might not be appropriate.
No,
this story might not be appropriate.
I already farted. You can do anything here.
Okay, so this was a few years ago. I wasn't doing stand-up at this time, so this was between the Big Sick and me starting stand-up again. I hadn't been doing stand-up, and I was doing a show at Largo that was like a benefit. And just by chance, me, Martin Starr, and Thomas Middleditch were all on it. We're all in Silicon Valley.
Yes.
This is a horrible story. I can't believe I'm telling
Bring it on, baby.
So Martin's going to sing. Thomas is doing improv with Keegan-Michael Key. I'm going to do stand-up. And I hadn't been doing stand-up. And it's like a bunch of, maybe it was 2015, 2014, something like that. Anyway. So Thomas goes up and he's doing improv with Keegan. And he asks for a suggestion. And someone in the audience yells out, Nazi! And Thomas pulls up his sleeve and there's a swastika tattoo. Because that day, Thomas had shot a sketch where he had a swastika tattoo, and he hadn't just taken it off; he'd come straight there. So if someone yells Nazi,
made it permanent. He's like, yeah,
it hurt so much to get this. He pulls it up, and the crowd goes wild. He crushes because it's such a fucking crazy thing. And then he explains to them, "I played this thing. This is washable. I'm gonna wash it off." So that happens. Okay,
that's amazing.
So I go up to Martin, and I'm like, "Hey, Martin. We should both draw swastikas on our arms so we can go out and be like, I'll go up and I'll be like, hey, the cast of Silicon Valley, we had such a wonderful experience. We wanted to get a tattoo to commemorate it and raise it and show it. And Martin was like, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. And I'm like, no, it's good. So I convinced someone to, with a Sharpie, draw a swastika on my arm. I go out there, opening joke. You say riff in the beginning. This is what I did. I was like, hey, so, cast of Silicon Valley, we got so close, we wanted to all get a tattoo. You saw Thomas says, here's mine. And I pull it up, and it's a scratched-in swastika. And it is fucking silent. I have never heard this much silence. And now I got 14 minutes to go.
Yes.
So I'm just sitting there, my arm's burning right where I drew the swastika. My ears are burning. I do the whole set, bomb.
Someone whispers, it's a Holocaust benefit.
I want to clarify. This is before this is before Nazis came back.
Right.
Nazis used to be a punchline.
That's
remember?
Right. Yeah.
Hitler was a punchline.
Now it's a headline.
Yeah. Now it's a headline. From punchlines to headlines.
Yes.
Martin goes up after me and he's like, I have a tattoo too, but I don't think you guys want to see it. Kills again. So the first guy killed, the third guy killed, and the middle guy didn't.
Wow. That's comedy. That's like a comedy class.
It is. It is a comedy class.
That is funny as hell.
So his worked? Or
no, he didn't show it.
That's why.
He didn't even
That's
try.
the genius. He
was like, I don't want that on me. I was like, yeah, I think that's probably the best.
Wow.
He
that's
came out
crazy.
and he was like, I have a tattoo.
You took a big swing.
I took a big swing.
Sometimes you got to take a big swing.
But this is like my nightmare. I hadn't been doing stand-up. I didn't have material. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I'll open with this. I'll ride that laugh for the first 5 to 6 minutes. And then I'll bring up the other half-baked
Then you're
ideas.
like, you guys heard of cheese?
It's and heroin.
That is the worst bomb I've had.
Wow.
That is hilarious, that story, though. God damn.
Did you pull out of that nosedive? Or?
No.
Oh, man.
Damn.
I remember being like, I am totally bombing. I'd drawn it over here. So I had and I remember talking for 2 or 3 minutes and realizing, I should cover this. I'd forgotten that I was still showing. They were just watching a swastika for 3 minutes. And then I covered it and continued to bomb. Terrible set.
Jesus, yeah. We've all had, you got to, if you riff, you take a shot sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't work.
Here's one of the best versions of those. You guys don't know Jason Fever. Jason Fever was this Chicago comedian. All the Chicago dudes, we all know him. Mm-hmm. And he lives in LA now. He's a really funny guy, and he was always anti-comedy was his thing.
Yeah.
And this is the funniest thing I ever saw him do. This is fucking insane. There was a show, so we would do all these alt rooms in New York. There were these alt things, and there was a bar called Joe's on Weed Street, which was a douchebag warehouse. It was where the hot people went, and that was not our place, but they would have this show once a month, and it was fucking killer because it'd be 400 people, packed, gorgeous people, and we would kill, and it was great.
Yeah.
They booked Jason Fever, which was a mistake. Jason Fever is an anti-comic. He's not going to go. He wants to piss people off. So he goes on stage, and he's like, I just want to say I'm sorry that intro. You guys weren't excited enough for me, so we have to do that again. I'm gonna go off, and when I come back, you have to go really, really go nuts. And he has these posters that he's made. Go Jason Fever. We love Jason Fever, and he's handing them out to people. And now people are getting really into it. They're getting really excited. He's making them chant like Jason Fever. Jason, Fever, and the crowd's really into it. For 5 minutes, he hypes them up. He passes out all this stuff, hats that he's gotten made and all this stuff. People are really excited. He's like, all right, I'm going to go off right now. And then host's going to introduce me as if for the first time. I come out and you guys go fucking insane. Like, you just, Eddie Murphy's here. He leaves stage. The guy comes out. He's like, please welcome to the stage, Jason Fever. Crowd goes fucking wild. The walls are shaking. And he comes out in a KKK outfit.
That's hilarious. And then
They hated it.
And you're backstage like, I'm going to go out in a KKK outfit. We should do it, Martin.
Come on, Martin.
Wow, but they hated it? That's gold.
It ate shit.
But it's I mean it's
We're
for
laughing.
the story. It's for the story.
Yeah, he didn't care. He liked it.
I mean, it's one of those things that you would think if the crowd's cool enough, they'd like be like, "Oh, you got us."
Yeah, exactly.
There was a Canadian guy who would like come out and like fist. I forgot his name, but he would like fist bump the crowd, and he would like as he would fist bump, he'd go white power, like as he, and they'd be like, "Oh fuck."
You know who had a little of that, but it always was funny was John Doerr. Remember
John Doerr was a little dangerous.
He was a little dangerous, but
Yeah.
but brilliant.